Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. Let's start off with Eric and Nicole. uh, you know, I give Nicole a lot of grief. I do, and it's not like she doesn't deserve it. Okay, um, she does want to rehire Eric. They do get a chance to clear the air, and he's on board. Now, apparently, Amato was supposed to be working that day, but she thought that the whole shoot was canceled, so she wound up going back to New York. So Nicole's like, oh man, what am I gonna sit there and do? I gotta have this deadline and everything like that. And Erica's like, you can be the model. So Nicole comes out there and this I give this woman a hell of a lot of flack. I do, but my goodness. Let's put it this way, okay? What she's wearing, there's only a certain amount of women that can wear a dress like that and look good, okay? That dress is not made, it's literally not made for everyone, okay? It's, I know some people don't like to use the term, but I gotta use it anyway. Wife beater or the tank tops or whatever, right? The guys. Because not everyone can rock a tank top, okay? They're not built for that. Same thing with the dress that she was wearing. Not every woman is built to wear that type of dress. My goodness, is that woman built for it? So they do the photo shoot. One second. So they do the photo shoot. There's a couple of times where he has to like pull back her hair or something, and when they finish, doing the photo shoot, Nicole's like really on top of Eric. And Eric, even before he started, he was like, you know what? I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, if y'all had problems with me working with you before, what's changed? You know? But Nicole seems to think it's a good idea because, well, she's not exactly a woman that always thinks. And, I mean, let's be honest. We all know what's going to wind up happening. We all see it coming a mile away. And you know what? I don't even feel bad for Rafe. And I've said this plenty of times. That Rafe is going to get what he deserves. Nicole's going to be all like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. And, things just happen and one thing led to the next. The usual one thing led to the next, which is just extremely irritating. So I'm looking forward towards that. I can't get over that damn dress. I really cannot get over it. She looked good. Um, so Chloe finds out that Kristen is moving in. Kristen is just enjoying it. She's loving it. You can see the look on Brady's face. It's like he is a hostage in his own home, and I am loving it. I am loving it. She is angry. He tries to smooth things over. Kristen's like, yo, it was his idea. It was all his idea. He just looks like he has a gun to his head, and he's just like, well, I mean, I'm doing what's best for Rachel, and I'm like, bro, you can't even look her in the eyes. You can't even look her in the eyes. What's the matter with you, bro? They got that going on. Finally, she just gets angry, and she leaves. And Kristen lays down the law. Okay, I have the upper hand. I'm running this show, and we're gonna be family, and that's gonna be it. Now, you know, Doc, Marlena, I tried to make it work. At some point, I just felt a little kind of odd saying Doc, but Marlena and John are heading home. Brady, like an idiot, didn't bother. I mean, granted, I felt like he could have gave them some sort of heads up. Granted, everything just happened so fast. And yeah, I look at it and I'm like, Kristen, you want to sit there and draw the least amount of suspicious as possible. And yet you moved in with Brady and Marlena and John's house. And you don't think that's going to raise any red flags. I mean, Marlena and John already sat there talking about Brady and his random breakup. And they're already talking about Kristen. So, of course, when they get home, Kristen got her little apron on, and they just like, well, what? John's like, what's she doing? What's going on with that? She leaves, and John is like, yeah, you got some explaining to do. You got some serious explaining to do. I mean, I find this whole plan of Kristen's to be very underwhelming, but there's a lot of comedy in it. There's a lot of very funny moments. So I'm letting them rock with it. Okay, letting them rock with it. That's going on. Um, Shin is definitely pushing his luck with Stefan. Oh, because Stefan is there knocking on the door, and Shin's like, "Oh, don't give up on her. You can't give up on her. You got to sit there and keep going on and on and on." I'm like, Shin, you might want to just kind of dial it down, like about get 7 notches, because even Stefan's like, yeah, a complete stranger is really disinvested in my happiness. You go back and forth for a little bit, and of course Stefan's like, yeah, of course that works out for you because I'm not with I have no more feelings for Gabby. So with that being said, they part ways. Um, Chloe gets back, and at first Chloe's like, "Oh, you're here to pounce on me or whatever." I was like, "Chloe, you're really not that important, you know." But Stefan does something nice because she was all like, "Oh, I want to go to New York and just leave," and so he kind of brings New York to her, Manhattan. Um, I mean, as far as the drink and stuff like that, or some. Well, I'm actually not New York, Miami. He has a little tropical stuff going on, and makes her feel better, gets her mind off of it. So it was a pretty good, nice moment. Um, and again, it made her feel better. So, I mean, granted, I don't feel bad for her. Again, after the way she handled the whole Stefan thing, I really don't. I really don't. I have no sympathy for her. But and like I said, I knew that they were going to get together. It was only a matter of time. Now, Rolf is sitting there talking to himself because why not? And he's packing up and he's about to head out the door, and Gabby gets there, and Gabby starts breaking stuff because she's like, "Yo, I want to know what's going on. I want to know what is going on." It gets to a point where she takes a piece of the glass and puts it up to his neck, and Rob starts spilling everything. He's all like, "Oh, well, Kristen, Kristen was up for it. She wanted because at first he was like, yeah, I brainwashed him. It was Kristen's idea. Kristen wanted it, and Shin wanted it. So yeah, Rob threw Kristen and Shin under the bus. But of course, and I'm looking at this whole thing. I was like, Rob, she's like 105 pounds. You wanna? I know you're a little bit older and stuff like that, but bro, she's like 105 pounds. You letting this tiny, this tiny little girl practically just, hem you up against the wall. Like, really? Really, bro? But at some point, he tricks and he's like, oh, well, I have to antidote. I have to antidote for, to get, Stefan back to normal. And somehow she gets careless and he, um, pricks her with something that makes her forget. Because there's a point where, Rafe and Shin are talking, and Shin wants Rafe to be his best man, and Rafe says something along the lines of, well, yeah, the marriage is only over if Stefan is in his right mind. Now Rafe does sit there and say, well, you know what, listen, we'll find out because Gabby snipped that question to Ruff right now. And Shin's like, what? What? You let her go by herself? I got to get down here. And Rafe is like, don't you need the address? He's like, yeah, text it to me. But of course, Gabby gets there, and Gabby's about to say something, but it's like she forgets what she came there to say. Of course, it's because of a drug that Ruff gave her, made her forget everything, which is so convenient, but whatever. So that's going. That's going. And I'm still just thinking like, she was just about to sit there and charge you, but she forgot. Of course, let's just drag this out a little bit longer. I mean, granted, it would have been perfect time. I mean, Rafe is a cop. But of course, she couldn't remember. Rafe said yes to being Shin's best man because, let's be honest, somebody like him, he don't have friends. Okay? He doesn't have friends. I mean, that's generally what happens when you spend your entire life being a prick to people. You don't have friends. You just don't. What else we got next? I think that's about it. Let me just double check. I feel like that's about it. I can't really think of anything else that happened. But I gotta sit there and say that, well, I enjoyed this episode. It was good. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video.